So the Center of Alcohol and Substance Use Studies has been at Rutgers since 1964, and prior to that actually was started in the 1930s at Yale University. So we have a long history of being involved in shaping addiction research. Specifically, we started as an alcohol studies center. So a lot of the original alcohol research that was done in the United States was done by the founders of our center. And over the course of time, once the center became a part of Rutgers University, the Smithers Family Foundations funded both programs as scholarships and postdoctoral fellowships and other kinds of funding to allow us to bring in speakers and do addiction prevention, alcohol prevention research, as well as clinical research. But in addition to that, the foundation gave a substantial donation that enabled us to build Smithers Hall, which is where I live and where many of our faculty do our work, as well as Nelson Hall, which was a predominantly clinical trials space where we did research here. And this we have a very long history, and our website has a wonderful timeline that kind of goes into all the details. But I think one of the big pieces that's important is that we, really shaped for the nation the kind of bringing recognition to the importance of studying alcoholism and other substance use problems from a research perspective, legitimizing it, providing a historical understanding. So we have an incredible digital library now that charts the course of addiction research in our nation. And in fact, the founders were involved in shaping the National Institute on Alcohol and Alcohol Abuse. So we existed before the NIH actually had NIAAA. The other thing that we've been very involved in is education and training for the workforce. And so we were the first summer school of alcohol studies that provided training for professionals who were developing, and it was really the peer workforce, but also professional, from MDs to psychologists to social workers to people working in all kinds of agencies would come here for a 3-week summer institute. And it was the only institute of its kind. So again, elevating education and scholarship in the area of addiction studies. And over the course of time, we became the summer school for addiction studies, sort of becoming more broad. But as part of being housed within an undergraduate institution, many of our faculty, Gail Milgram was one of the leaders here in education, established in partnership with the university, our current ADAP, which is Alcohol Drug Assistance Program in our college counseling, as well as Recovery House that exists to this day. Rutgers was the first recovery house for students struggling with substance use issues to be able to be in a sober living and supportive environment and, foster their successes. So there's a lot of things that the center originally has established that now, we serve as a model for other Big Ten institutions, or other colleges and universities come to us for our what we've done in those areas as well.